feedfeed is a community of home cooks, bloggers, and chefs. So our role at Food Loves Tech is to bring those three different types of people together. So we bring in friends like Mike Anthony, who is the executive chef of Gramercy Tavern, to someone like Linda from Salty Seattle, who is a well-known Instagrammer who has a feed all around beautiful, colorful pasta that's made with organic and natural ingredients. So basically what we love to do is bring people here and let them show off what they're talented at, what they do best, which is cooking, baking, or drinking. We had some great additional demos, someone like Baked NYC, who is a well-known bakery in Brooklyn that's actually expanded over to Japan, and they also are in the city. They made their famous tomato soup cake with tomatoes from Muir Glen. Yeah, it's a great energy at Food Loves Tech. It's such a diverse group of people who come to Food Loves Tech. You have a lot of people in the media space. You have a lot of other entrepreneurs. You have a lot of investors. And then you have just general consumers who are really interested in finding out more about the intersection of food and technology and where their food comes from. So I think getting all of those people in the same room is something that's really unique about this particular conference and expo, and something that, you know, comes to life with an audience, a live audience, where everybody's looking at it from a different lens and what they're sort of passionate about, and it brought a great chemistry and energy to the demos yesterday. I see a lot going with voice-activated technology. We at the feedfeed are doing a lot right now, making sure that our recipes are available on Google Home and Amazon Alexa. I think that the intersection of food and technology in the future is that people are going to be talking to smart speakers and smart appliances in their kitchen. We're all about multitasking these days, and to be able to do that in your own kitchen, where maybe you're putting away your groceries, but you're talking to Google Home and saying, what should I make for dinner tonight? Or what should I do with all the zucchini that I just picked up at the farmer's market? So we're trying to be out in front of that and making sure that all of our recipes are compliant with Google Home and available to consumers who are interested in voice technology. Yeah, I mean, specifically, I'd like to talk about Muir Glen because that's our sponsor in our test kitchen this year. And what I think is really cool about what Muir Glen is doing is that, you know, they're an organic canned tomato company that uses sustainable and regenerative agriculture. And they're all about, you know, putting the freshness right into the can. You know, in terms of like the intersection of food and technology for a company like that, you know, it's also teaming up with innovative companies like mine that are thinking about how we get their recipes in front of the most number of eyeballs. So, you know, something like adding them to Google Home and Amazon Alexa, and also just being in front of people at an expo like this is really interesting to them. Probably my family. I have 3 kids, and we no longer live in New York City. We live outside of the city in Amagansett, and so it's a more rural environment. We have a lot of great connections with our farmers and with the fishermen, and we have a garden at our house. And so getting my kids involved in the growing process and the harvesting process. So my kids dig for their own potatoes, they dig for their own carrots, they fish. We have oysters in the bay behind our house that's our own crate of oysters. So showing them where their food comes from. My son a couple weeks ago caught a keeper striped bass right off the beach. He's 7, and he was super excited about that, and he said to me, Mom, how much money did I just save you from going to the fish shop and, you know, providing dinner tonight for the family? And I said, yeah, it's probably about $45, if not more. So, you know, showing them where their food comes from and being a part of the growing and harvesting, but then bringing it into the kitchen. I spend a lot of time cooking and baking with all 3 of my kids. We get the wheat from our local farms right down the road, and we have a mill, and we mill it, and then we make pancakes with it. So they see it going through the winter. They know that's the wheat that they're going to be eating the next year, and they're really excited about that.